A world-class chef to cook in the plaza? Oh man. Heck yeah. Gonna be cooking a chef. So much fun visiting you the other day. Means a lot to you to open up your home to me. I feel a little something to thank you for allowing me into your life. Aww. You're the best. Steven, it's always fun to chat with you. You make me happy and thought I'd tell you so. In fact, spoiler alert, a lot of folks like you and care about you and wish they could buy you an action figure of you. It's true. I too. Nobody would want an action figure of me. I cannot believe that part. But a bingo wheel. Oh, heck yeah. Bingo. Bongo. I don't know, man. What is this even? Oh, it's one of those thingies. Okay. I actually kind of like those. Just mechanically, they're kind of neat. Let's get all this stuff moved about. There we go. Alright. So, I have something Pokemon Unite related to rant about. And it's the freaking last chance mechanic the game has of the legendary Pokemon spawning in the middle. Now, originally, it had a Rayquaza that when you defeated it, you and your team would gain a shield that basically protected you while scoring until the shield was gone. And while you had the shield, gave you a faster scoring time. Hello, Norma. Yes, welcome to stop in and relax here, Hoo-Foo. Let's talk. It's lovely to have a goal, don't you think? Hoping to run faster, so I've been asking around for advice. As an experiment, I tried running with some gentle yet persistent pushing from Muffy. Not to complain, that big sweetheart refused to push me very hard at all. It's like we were out for a pleasant stroll, according to Pinky. Oh well, if you have any ideas, I'm all ears. I mean, it's a lot. Running faster is just technique. Like, a lot of it is technique. So, just look up running technique. But yeah, originally it was that. Basically a case of if you won the Rayquaza fight, you won the battle. Regardless. You won the Rayquaza fight, you won the battle. Rayquaza also had a lot more ways than the current Pokemon to stun you and slow you down from killing it. Got a groove going now. It's starting to rock, King. What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. Making an iron door plate. Yeah, why still takes it? Yeah, I've already crammed my brain with that. I've also crammed my brain with 6-7 because the 8-bit drummer has been infected by it. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a moment here and mention this. I don't understand why so many people get bent out of shape by 6-7. I just don't. It's like planking. Planking didn't have a purpose either, guys. Didn't stop us from doing it. Like, crap, man. But yeah, so currently we have Groudon. And when you defeat Groudon, you gain a shield, as well as, for the rest of the battle, your team gains faster scoring. The shield doesn't protect you while scoring anymore, but you do score faster. Basically meaning, even if both teams basically wipe each other at the Groudon, as long as one team killed it just as their final mon was dying, that team is probably going to win. Because it's now scoring twice as fast as the enemy team. It scores 50 points in the same amount of time the other team scores 25. Like, that's just simply not fair. And because of how the respawn timers work, the longer the battle goes on, the longer your respawn timer. To the point where if you die in the final minute, yeah, you're out of that battle. You might respawn just in time to block a goal, maybe, but you've got like a 45-second spawn time, or respawn time. You're probably not getting to do anything else that battle. You're definitely not scoring anymore. Are you a queen? Let's chat. Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Aww. Yep, there's Simon's empty home. He left his food bowl behind. What a gentleman. But yeah, like, I freaking hate that mechanic. Because it basically means the team that's losing, as long as they're not being absolutely demolished going into the finals, they can easily make a comeback. As long as they make sure to win the Groudon fight. And because of how respawn times work, like, they don't even necessarily need to win the Groudon fight to win the Groudon fight. Like, both are a problem. The long respawns make Groudon more punishing. Like, what I would kind of like to see is, rather than have respawns just a flat, fixed thing that just goes up as the match goes on, have it go up as the match goes on, but have it not go up as high depending on how far you are from your own spawn when you die. Have it be, at the end of the match, 10 seconds if you die in your final point. I feel like that's relatively fair. Still gives the enemy team plenty of time to score a goal. Because it's going to take you 10 seconds to respawn, and then another, like, 3 to 4 seconds to run out of your base to go and interrupt them. That's enough time to score a 50-pointer. Know what you're thinking? Why is Sable here working every Saturday? I actually get the most done on Saturdays. I like feeling productive when everyone else is resting. And Papa always told me stitching overtime can save your spines. But, like, it's a case of, I know the way I'm describing it, it sounds like I'm saying, well, where's the issue? Because the other team could just snipe the Groudon. Yeah, that's the problem. That other team, if they're coordinating, does only need to snipe the Groudon. You know. Oh, it's Butterbean. Glad to see you. Oh, chat. Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Like, okay, imagine this one. Oh, imagine Tutu. Hey, I was just thinking about you. Hey there, my fabulous bestie. Lay it on me. Hi, Steven. You'd hang out with me? I mean, nah, not exactly. I mean, I could. But I got daily routine stuff to do, and a long rant about Pokemon Unite. Yawning. I'm also very tired. And might also be picking up more work for myself soon. It's fine. It's just a bit of extra editing work. It'll probably be like renders that I mostly set up through the night, so. So, like, okay, imagine this. You're playing a MOBA. And then your team is winning. You're getting the messages constantly that, you know, you're decently far ahead. Your team's winning handily. Steven, hey, nice to see you. Let's chat. It's gonna be our best day ever. Do my best. And then the comeback mechanic spawns, and you think, this is we'll go win that, no problem. You go in, you start fighting it, and as it gets to really low health, someone on the enemy team dashes in, kills the thing. They die, because it's one of them against 5 of you. But the enemy team just won that. They just won the comeback mechanic. With 4 of their members within easy, but not on the mini-map, shot at your points. They now surge forward and score, 400 points in the case of Pokemon Unite. You've lost. You have just lost. Because you're probably not all sitting on 50s. Amelia. Well, you're not a shy one, are you? My name's Amelia. What kind of you to stop by? Absolutely love this island, don't you? The air, the trees, the water, it's all so splendid. I confess, I can't help but think how fabulous it would be to live here, cuz. I don't know. I like Amelia, but not really like her a lot. I don't like her enough to want her on my island. And we got a Simon spot to fill. And then I get to amiibo card Serrano off the island. But like, imagine how bad that feels. To basically be winning, and then simply because the enemy team decided to not play that objective, but snipe it instead, you've lost. You were winning the entire game, now you're losing. Because the enemy team sniped the ground on. And, depending on what Pokemon they use to snipe it, they may even get away with it. Sparkles, hope you're hanging out at my place today. Wanna chat? Hanging out at home is fab. It gives you just time to unwind. This magazine called Cooking and Meditation Weekly said, cooking is great for leveling up your mind. Since I can't cook, I just played Super Chef RPG 4 for 24 hours. Now I feel more sleepy than relaxed. That is fair. I wonder if that's like Cooking Mama. I could see it being like Cooking Mama. So if I'm looking this way, it's maybe stream open. Like, I hate those comeback mechanics. Because they never feel good. At least, maybe I'm the weird one. Because they never feel good to me. Like, when you're already winning, and then you win that, and then you're only winning harder. You're just winning harder. Like, I actually have a couple of clips in my like saved on my Switch here of basically me clowning on the AI. Like, the poor NPCs could do basically nothing, and I was spawn camping them before they'd even lost their control points. Do you really think I needed to win the Groudon as well? Like, I was spawn camping them. They had lost. If they were players, I would have imagined them having just quit because you can't blame them. Like, you would just quit. I would. At least I would try. Which, that in of itself is another thing. Like, playing ranked, and I have a mission to win ranked games, so I've been playing a lot of it. Within the first, 5 minutes of the match. Match isn't even fully half over yet. We'd lost 4 of our control points, had scored maybe 30 points. 20 some of which were mine. We're at the point where we can surrender. Somebody else calls for a surrender. I vote yes. Everyone else voted no. We're clearly losing. We've lost. We are being absolutely clowned on. I think it's like 45 seconds later, you can attempt to surrender again. I attempted to surrender again. The other person, they voted. They voted to surrender. 1 no, 2 ignored. I myself would take 2 people ignoring that to count as 2 yeses because they were too busy trying not to die to vote yes. That is how I would count it. That should have been the point we surrendered. I tried again when mine came off cooldown again. I'm out of surrender attempts. Somebody offered to surrender again when there was 30 seconds left in the game, and we still yet to really score many more points. We'd been basically just farmed the entire freaking match. I voted no at that point because you know what? If you're gonna keep me here, stay here. Like, call me petty in that instance, but like, if they're going to force me to stay in that match, they're staying too. Like, we could have just moved on, went next, but no. So I do need a radio to give to Diva. I'm gonna give her this. I need to know what Diva's music is. I need to know. It's just something. It's something I need to know. I need to know what my div wants for music. Because that would be really cool to know. Don't want to leave my friends on red. Even though it wasn't exactly red, because it's Discord. Yeah. Don't want to leave them waiting. I suppose I should probably talk about what I mean by I've kind of picked up more work for myself. I have offered to give it a shot for editing for one of the people in the 8-Bit Discord. Basically, like, I want to help them out. So, who's back, King? He's hanging out at my place. This is for you. What do I got? Throwback Skull Radio. Oh, whoa. Throwback Skull Radio? Oh, thanks, Rambler. So cool. So cool. So cool. So cool. So cool. So cool. Lame Paperboy Cap. You know, I actually don't mind that. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it's close to choose. It's close to choose. It makes me so sad that, like, thanks to one of my former... Well, I say former viewers. He still watches my stuff. Thanks to one of my old viewers who's still around. One of my OG stream viewers. I had so many things for a Tulip Room. Song! Yeah, I had so many things, but there's gone now. Turkey Day announcement, November 27th. I'm going to need to try to remember that. It's 5 days from now. Thanks for Falls Bounty. We invited Pro Chef to come showcase his talents in our island, so bring an appetite. Which means I'll be showcasing his talents more than anything by gathering up all the ingredients we didn't bring. Hey, Steven, if you want the most, glad you made it. Set for me to make with the music. Of course, my man. Cool, cool. Any requests? And an old favorite, you can just tell me how you're feeling, and I'll groove on it. I'll leave it up to you. Dealer's choice, huh? Cool. I got a slick one for you. Take a seat and we'll jam. And I'll sit down here because no one else is here today, so. Get up and ready to roll. Mood for a little KK lullaby. So much going on in the 8-bits server. I love that. I don't even know the logistics of how I'm going to edit for this person yet, but I'm going to give a crack at it. If nothing else, I'm going to help them figure out, like, a process for editing. Because that's the biggest thing, is just finding your process. And if you're doing the same sort of thing over and over, like I am with this, you can really make it go fast. Like, I imagine if I were to hand a random video editor my footage from today, they would look through it. They might find a few little spots where they're like, oh, I should probably cut that little bit out and this little bit. But then my feedback to them would be, why the random jumping? Because, there's probably little bits where I wasn't talking, but they were so small, where it'd basically be, I'd just be going like this around the place, and like, you know, like, someone brand new to my footage would be like, okay, well, you know, this little bit could probably get cut, and then, well, how important was this little ramble? How, you know, it's like, well, to the people who watch, I imagine all of my rambling is important, because y'all listen because you like listening to me yap, which I appreciate. I'm glad y'all like it. Like, I'm glad I can be someone to yap at you guys to make some of y'all feel less alone, or just, you know, give you someone to just yap at you while you're working or something. You know, I love that. It's like, I like KK Lullaby. That's actually really nice. Right on, man. In your pockets of glance. So if you blew the show. It's like, unreal. Thanks for tuning your dial my direction. Yeah, I think the bed I gave Diva was just too big way back when. I'm really hoping that... Oh, jeez. Aw, baby KK! And a bunny that I swear I know that bunny, but I don't remember their name. Alright. I don't want to go villager hunting, but I also kind of don't. How many tickets do I have left? That'll be the question. But yeah, one of my biggest complaints about Groudon in Pokemon Unite is the mentality that, well, you can win it. If you, like, you can still win the match if you lose the Groudon. Yeah, and you could still win the match if you lost Rayquaza, too. It wasn't impossible. I had done it. Okay, I got 5. I'll do 5. See if we can get anybody. I swear, if the first stop is Pippi, I'm going to be a little upset, because that's who I plan on amiibo carding in. But, you know, you could still win against Rayquaza, too. That didn't make Rayquaza fair. Like, okay. Here's something. I'm gonna use a Yu-Gi-Oh example. In Yu-Gi-Oh, we have Droll and Lockbird, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Crossout Designator. 3 cards right there that I can think of just off the top of my head that would potentially stop Pot of Greed. We don't have Pot of Greed legal. Because just because a card has counters doesn't mean it's healthy or good for the game to exist. Same applies for Unite. just because you could still win after the Groudon. Man, wasn't expecting to meet anyone on this tour. Man, you're Steven from Astera. Glad you stopped and talked to me. One thing I love about traveling is a chance to make new friends. No. I don't know. I don't think so. Cute, but I don't think so. Like, just because you can still win after losing the Groudon, or Rayquaza, both of them, doesn't mean they're the best solution. Like, the game itself has what I feel is a better solution. That being, in one of the quick battles, there's legendary Pokemon that spawn, and when you defeat them, you gain the ability to transform into them. This basically means that you can freeze a control point to make it so you can instantly score for like 9 seconds, and your teammates can too. That's so much better than everybody gets a blanket shield and some points and faster score time, like time to score for just the rest of the match, or with Rayquaza until your shield's gone. Like, it's so much better. And the argument I had heard earlier was, well, what if the teammate doesn't know what they're doing with it, with the legendary? Well, then you've got a rather inexperienced teammate. Bianca. I don't like her. Time to meet you. I'm Bianca, visiting from another island. Sarah. Big trip to come here just to hang out with me on this neat little island. Let's know each other while I'm here, Glimmer. She's another... She'd be joining Pinky and Tutu at personality type. But she's cute, though. This is the problem. This is very much the problem. Because she's cute, though. Oh, why's she gotta be cute, though? I want to check. I want to New Horizons. I'm gonna get Tutu up here. Did I just record 36 minutes with my mic unplugged? I think I did. Okay. That's annoying. Really wishing I had my headset mic still enabled so that I'd at least have still had an audio track and I could just try to salvage. I'd be distant, but I could salvage. Yeah, I can't really salvage anything at that point because I have no vocals the whole time. So hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. We have a new villager coming. I just went on the journey to find her. I don't know if I just maybe bumped the mic at some point and that unplugged it and I maybe have some audio. I can't check right now. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna see that this is sold to Bianca, cause she cute though. So I went on like a really long rant today about Pokemon Unite, and I've kind of already got that rant out of my system. So I don't know what to yap about at this point. I do have 8-Bit Drummer's stream open, so if I'm glancing this way, it's because I'm seeing if he's possibly playing my suggestion. I guess I'll do some fishing. I could swear my mic track was working. But I guess not. Note to self, start double checking that. I don't even know how it came unplugged. And it wasn't terribly unplugged, it was just lightly not plugged in. Freaking technical issues. I feel like what would be most efficient for me to make sure I'm always checking if this is plugged in is to unplug it when I'm done with it. I think that's gonna be what I go with. And just plug it back in when I want it. The thing I'm worried about there, though, is that I'm kind of worried that having just, like, the cord unplugged is what caused it to kind of burn in some places. Was it, like, shorting on stuff occasionally, maybe? But I almost never had it unplugged. I don't know. So yeah, I really don't know what to ramble about now. I had a ramble. I've been recording for 39 minutes at this point. I've already done my daily routine stuff. Had our KK song, which was KK Lullaby, which I might just edit in as the end card. No, because then it might get copyright claimed. You'll just have to take my word for it that we had KK Lullaby. It's what's playing in our town radio at the moment, so, you know, got some Guilty Gear music playing for 8-bit. Pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know what to yap about. I've already got my Unite ramp out of my body. I don't need to rant anymore. Anyone who watched the Pokemon Unite video from Friday, you already know what the rant was about. So, there you go. If you haven't watched it and you want to know what I was ranting and rambling about, just go watch like the final 5 minutes of that video to hear effectively the same rant, just more condensed. I cannot freaking believe. I'm gonna need to do a new tick test too. You know, I'm gonna take you guys with me on the journey of doing the tick test. Hold on. Because I say it a lot. I may as well demonstrate what I mean by that after I catch this fish. And I'm even going to do a tick test within the game. Because I don't need the home menu. It might actually be a good idea to go with the home menu, but no, I can sort that stuff out without. This is going to be such a weird edit. So basically, for a tick test. Okay, this is so many horse mackerels. So you see how this instantly moves when I press left or right on the D-pad. The D-pad. I have hiccups now. Good. So what you do is you go tick, 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 tick. And that gives you multiple instances of something to sync audio to. I've got the audio tracks already set up. They're both, at least they should be. Yeah, that was set to 0 milliseconds delay, and the one on the Elgato is set to 1300 because that's roughly what the delay is on the Elgato. It's not perfect, but it's close enough for jazz. And yeah, that's how you do a tick test. You can also just do, you know, one thing. You could get yourself a little clapper board and you just like clap the clapper board right by your microphone so it's picked up by the microphone. And that's a visual thing you can sync to as well. I've gotten semi-good at syncing to my own lip movements. So, you know, I got that going for me. I wanted to cast straight down, but it wasn't letting me. I'm probably still gonna do an extra tick test just at the very end anyways, because that's how I am, but... So I'm not gonna remember where that is. Oh, I'm so freaking tired. Anglerfish. Anglerfish. English fish. Wrong direction. I don't want to axe the moth. I want to catch the moth. I do not wish to axe it a question. And now, I know what some of y'all probably think over the course of this series. Why don't you just swap your bug net and fishing rod around? I would still be pressing the wrong direction. It would just always be with the bug net instead of the fishing rod. That's it. That's why. I'd still be an idiot. It would just be with a different tool. So, you know, crab. I really don't know what to even do today. Today might just be a really short one because you do not understand how just annoyed I'm feeling at myself for freaking... Also, I bought Diva the radio that's in here. Trying to think through the things I did that actually, like, mattered today. Trying to think of all that stuff. That's all I can particularly think of. Rude. Rude, fish. Rude. This is what I get for believing in you. This is what I get for believing you can roll, fish. You just turn your back on me. Now you're ignoring me and turning your back on me again. It's twice now you've turned your back on me. Gonna do it a third time? Yes, yes you are. I can't believe this. I can't believe this, fish. After everything we've been through together. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now you're interested. Now that I remind you of what we've meant to each other, fish. I'm selling you instantly. I was literally about to say I'm gonna go until my fishing rod breaks. I didn't even get to say it. The kind of annoying thing is I don't even know how long this segment has, like this usable recording has been. Less than 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure. So like I can't in good conscience just be like, well, that's it, guys. Even though I've been at this for, you know, a long time now. Alright, fish, you're getting sold. You're getting sold, fish. You showed me how much I mean to you. This is how much you mean to me. 300 bells. That's all you mean to me. I should have threw him in the basket. Got 270 for him. It's a point of my brain. Never cross me. You're only worth 300 bells to me. No. Y'all are priceless to me. I do like the fog roll again. I hope that doesn't mean it's gonna rain. I don't want rain. Oh. You know, let's clean up our beaches. Let's do that. You know, start with the beach up by Pinky's house, and then we're gonna clean around all of them. I will say, because of my modding on Ruby's stream, my stream schedule might be a little odd near like next week and beginning of December-ish. As in, probably same days, but different times. So, it'll all kind of depend on, like, the exact times that Ruby's going to be doing stuff. Because, like, I have the very easily fluid schedule. They don't. So... But they are going on a vacation and still want to do 3 streams a week, so they're probably going to be streaming on a Tuesday. But it'll mean that, like, my Saturday will be, like, a full-length stream instead of a shorter stream. So, you know. Effectively, same streaming time out of me, but just slightly different. It'll also mean that, you know, that Tuesday will start sooner kind of thing. I've also very much been thinking, like, of doing a full stream playthrough, or at least full-ish. Because I don't know how much 100%ing of the game would be. But at least, like, a playthrough of Armored Core 6 on the channel. Because I've had that game for frickin' ever now, man, and I won't play it. And, like, I've just not found time to play it on my own time. So I'm like, nah, I kind of want to just stream it. Then I can say I've played a Souls-like. Because it's technically a Souls-like. Made by FromSoft. Which, actually, that reminds me of something. I was in another streamer's chat. And... they basically got on the topic of talking about people calling things Souls-like. And then trying to define what a Souls-like even is. And what most people could even come to was just, it hard. It's like, ah yes, because Dark Souls, or, I'm sorry, Demon Souls, was the first ever hard game. There wasn't a single hard game before Demon Souls. Monster Hunter would like a word. Even just in the 3D space, Monster Hunter would like a word. Ninja Gaiden Battletoads would like a word. Friggin' any number of older arcade game would love a word. You know. They're all just as hard, if not harder games than the Souls games. So difficulty is clearly not what makes a Souls game. And then someone's like, well, penalties on death. MMOs would like a word. That's an MMO mechanic. We're gonna call it them WoW-likes now? Because I'm pretty sure World of Warcraft has experienced loss on death, which is time lost. EVE Online used to literally lose you time. Because if you didn't have your clone updated to the highest available status that your clone could be, and you died, well, congratulations! You just lost some skill levels. Good luck finding out which ones. You better hope that it wasn't a skill you need. If you're flying a Tech 3 cruiser, you always lose skills when you die. So, you know, are they Eve-likes? Are we gonna coin Eve-like? I would honestly argue PvP in Eve is harder than most other games are in general. At least small-scale PvP. I need to asterisk it there. Like, 1v1s, 3v3s, even 12v12s. in that sort of range, that is high skill stuff. Thousands on thousands is, I mean, that's where the term F1 monkey came from. Because most people bind their guns to F1. You're just there to press F1. You know, that is an F1 monkey. He's playing a lot of Kirby Air Riders music. I forgot that game came out. Game so bad. But I'm right now sitting here like, but the new Soul, like, all of the Souls games are on sale right now. I could pick up one of the newer Dark Souls games, which I kind of want to do. Because I want to see if they're better than I remember. Because, like, I'm going to be honest. I was judging the entire series off of the first impressions I had, which was the first Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Demon Souls first, Dark Souls second. Sure, they were hard games that were static puzzles to learn. Once you learned it, you knew it. And looking back on it, I think I just had bad reaction times. Because a lot of attacks are just really freaking slow. Watching someone who's played a lot of like Elden Ring and the more recent Dark Souls, like Dark Souls 3, watching them go back and play Demon Souls, they were dodging way too late on a lot of attacks or way too early. There was no in between. A lot of it was dodging way too early because they were expecting the attacks to be faster. And then once they were like, okay, no, this is a lot slower, that's when they started dodging a lot later than they needed to, causing them problems. Like, which is just kind of funny to me. It's like, yeah, that was the first impressions of the series. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't say it was amazing. But yeah, let's come pop a squat over here with KK. Eva, there's a spider. Diva, there's a spider outside. Diva. Fix you a snack king? My cupboards kind of... You don't have cupboards. The neighbor kid back home really looks up to me. Kinda wonder how he's been holding up. He bragged once about how brave he was and how nothing could scare him. No way was I gonna let that go. Wasn't even an hour later, I snuck up right behind him and went, wah! He didn't even flinch. He just calmly turned around, smiled, and walked off, King. That kid's got nerves of steel. Throw a spider at him. He won't have nerves of steel for very much longer. Is the spider gone? I don't want no spiders over here. I'm gonna sit here. I like this seat. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I don't know how long of a video this even ends up being. I've been recording for nearly an hour now. So yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow and I will not be having issues. See you all then.